Hey everybody, this is Chris Holcomb with another video. Pretty much a very short and quick video, very precise. This video is about another pretty much scenario or another continuation of Rehab 101. And this one's about permits. Now, pretty much if you guys don't recognize, there's a lot of permits that you have to fill when you're dealing with a property, in or outside Detroit, depending on what you're dealing with. In Detroit, a lot of internal permits you don't have to worry about. It's more external, roof, windows, construction. Those things have to be filed. Same way or even more to an extended level in the suburban area. You have to pull so many permits. Heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, renovation that I found out about, which is very new. Just different levels, building permits. Even though you have a home, you have to do a building permit just to make sure garages like the one behind me are scraped and painted, no lead paint. Certain things have to be done precisely outside, but inside Detroit you have a little more leniency, which should increase the time of your rehab. When you got to deal with inspectors and permit pulling and getting those completed, because inspector can come twice, might not like the job the first time and want it a particular way, so he's coming the second time. So you got to make sure those things are done to the level. My motto is, from doing one rehab and didn't really exercise understanding doing permits right, is have the contractors pull all permits. Put that into your remodeling rehab budget, because you don't want to have to deal with any of that. They deal with the permits, they deal with that, they incorporate that in the time frame. So you say you want a house rehab in 3 weeks, they have to incorporate that in their time frame. If they know it's going to be a little bit longer, that's when they do change orders, saying, all right, you're going to establish a little longer in the time. You may take off some of the price or you may increase it. It's up to you how you establish your contract, but establish it first and foremost. Have them pull the permits. You don't want to deal with any of that. What you want to deal with is coming through and making sure the work's done. And as I always say, get more for less. And even in the way of dealing with inspectors, your contractor should know overdo than underdo, over-deliver, because you want to do everything the inspector may look for and the things he may not. So if he does look for those, they're already taken care of. So that cuts down your situation of extending your rehab time period. And that's more on your contractor. If he's dealt with inspectors, he knows pretty much what the law is, the permit requirements are, and everything else. So make sure your rehab construction guy is pretty much familiar with all of that. If they've done hundreds of rehabs, then they know. If they've done hundreds of rehabs all over the area, not only in Detroit, then they know that also. And in Detroit or outside Detroit, you want somebody well-versed, because if you're going to build that relationship with that contractor, he has to be able to do what you need done. So these are my tips dealing with permits. Don't do them yourself, because they'll become a pain and you know what. And it extends your time of your rehab, and then you'll be over there crying because you're losing money, especially if you got holding costs dealing with other people's money. Time is always the biggest thing and the biggest value, and you have to use it wisely. So that is my tip to the day. When you're dealing with permits, make sure what you're dealing with, make sure you got a contractor who knows what they're doing, so you don't have to deal with them. Pretty much keep it simple. And other than that, I'll catch you guys on my next video. We'll go more in depth with other aspects as I go through my journey, but I appreciate you guys being a launching pad and a little of my event dealing with contractors and permits, which has been a pain in my you-know-what this time around. So I've learned, and hopefully I've taught you guys or expressed something to you new investors of what not to do, so you don't have to deal with the same thing. All right, see you guys on the next video. Y'all have a good day.